You know who doesn't need to wear a mask?
Flippy?
Flippy!
Flippy update.
Do you want fries with that?
That's right, it's time for the Flippy update. If you're new to the show, Flippy is our colloquial name for the disembodied robot arms that are taking our jobs, enslaving our children, and flirting with our spouses. We use talking about Flippy as a way to explore all the new, fun, and exciting ways that robots are taking over the world and just how there's nothing we can do about it. Today, we're talking RoboCop, Gonz, a little RoboCop update. This is coming from DesignBoom.com. And the headline is Cocobo robot uses AI to ensure peace and security in public spaces of Japan. Peace and security, Gonz.
Yeah, especially in Japan, you know, those violent Japanese people.
You gotta have peace and security on the wild streets of Tokyo.
Now, I have a video here.
You do have a video.
I do. Do you want to read some of it, though?
Does the video explain things?
No, it's all in Japanese.
Okay, why don't you play the video just underneath, and I'll read while the video plays.
Okay, well, okay. There is a part in the video.
Is there audio benefit for the podcast audience?
Kind of, but more so the description of what is happening, I think, is more important. Because I did edit it down, so it's not like the entire. I think it's like a 3.5 minute clip.
Gonz edit.
Gonz edit.
Let me read a little bit because there's some interesting things in here, and then we can figure it out from there. Here we go. Cocobo robot uses AI to ensure peace and security in public spaces of Japan. A robot making security patrols of public spaces in Japan. Now, I will say we've covered plenty of security robots around the world. But, you know, we got to check in with the RoboCops because they are a big part of the robo-human relationship, which is what we like to explore. But the article goes like this. Security company CCOM introduces Cocobo, a robot designed to ensure peace and safety in the public spaces of Japan. The innovation operates on an AI system to perform patrols and inspection work on behalf of resident security guards, running. So he's doing work on behalf of the security guards.
The video kind of shows the partnership they're in.
Yes. Yes. So this is a cobot relationship, which is important. Continuing on, running at a maximum speed of 6 kilometers an hour and giving out visual, audio, and smoke warning to suspicious individuals. Cocobo catches the bad guys with the help of cutting edge technology.
I have the video of the smoke. That was the thing that I wanted to point out.
Oh, the smoke. Yeah. Okay. Was it somebody smoking or is there a fire?
No. So, okay. It's all in Japanese. So they're introducing Cocobo. Now, there's a guy who walks up to a door. He's trying to like pick the door. He's got a mask on. He's got sunglasses and a hat. You can't really see. He's a shifty guy, you know?
Yeah, he's trying to rob the place.
And Cocobo sees him. And shines a light on him, flashing light. And then, so this guy walks up to Cocobo and then boom, big old cloud of smoke.
He sprays smoke at him. Wow, this is the first weaponized Robo Patrol robot we've seen.
I mean, it's kind of wild, but also why blow smoke? I mean, he can get away. That's like that's what magicians do when they disappear.
That's a good point. It does sort of. I have to assume that it's some sort of like pepper spray or irritant of some kind.
It could be, or just to disorient where you are. You can't tell.
Or maybe it coats the bad guy in like a film, like a black light detectable film. Right. You know, kind of like the ink packs.
Right. So no matter where he goes, he leaves a print. So you can just follow him.
Nanoparticle GPS dust, and we can track them like Bin Laden in the hills of Afghanistan.
I think this is when the magician plays the disappearance act, but it's when the underground prehistoric Nephilim come out and rob people.
Come on, Gonz. That's for the last part of the show. that's end of show stuff. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Flippy starts us off here first. Okay. Not to breeze past it, this is officially the first weaponized security robot that we've seen. Mm-hmm. We've seen all sorts of robots, but security robots that just sort of wheel around and get picked on by teenagers. But notably, they're sort of useless because they can't do anything. They just have cameras, or they can play a song or something to scare people away. But this actually has some sort of deployable smoke bomb if it sees something it wants to stop. So that's notable. In the history of the upcoming robot apocalypse, you have a some sort of weaponized security robot being deployed in Japan. It's just smoke, but still, it's something.
Well, if we're going to continue down this path, logically, these robots are going to have taser guns and stuff, and then that's we're talking R2-D2 level stuff, and R2-D2 gets a little feisty. Yeah.
Well, and
electrocutes them.
The next scene in that little video you were playing does show that the robot has a flippy arm. So it is also equipped with a flippy arm, hence its availability for the Flippy update. Flippy is mobile and hitting the streets to bring justice to the streets of Japan.
Yeah.
Let me continue with the article as we track how they're trying to present this. The Cocobo robot was developed by CCOM Design Factory, a collaborative project brand of CCOM, with Kotu Neza of Snug Design and Loftwork. Wow, everybody got a hand on this ball, apparently. The design focuses on the concepts such as harmony with public spaces and dignity and friendliness. So robots can be efficiently integrated into our everyday life. The name Cocobo comes from the idea of cognitive cooperation robots, referring to the creation of technological creatures that can collaborate and communicate with humans in a comprehensive manner. So that paragraph really has a lot packed into it. First of all, the marketing of, this robot will bring harmony with public spaces, with dignity and friendliness. That's what I think of when I think of a robotic police person autonomously making decisions on who's breaking rules and who's not. Also a giant step forward in the sort of governance of human beings with robots. Not to mention its, participation in the Panopticon and, autonomous law keeping, which is problematic, so much so that the UN has spoken about it multiple times. But again, all being presented in this cobot, the collaborative robot. It's not just here to rule us. It's here to work with us to enslave ourselves. There's a big difference, Gonz.
Now, did they reference the people that they're helping, that it's helping as security guards?
They just said it helps other security guards.
Okay. Because in the video,
it's a commercial product.
Yeah. Well, in the video, the security guards, they make them look like officers or soldiers or something. They're dressed very official.
It's Japan. They're much more sort of official that way. Now I'm going to skip down a little bit.
Okay.
It says here, if Cocobo spots suspicious individuals, it gives out audio or visual warnings. Meanwhile, it can also threaten them and prevent them from running away by emitting smoke. Okay.
Prevent them from running away.
This autonomous AI-powered robot who has a robotic arm and can deploy smoke, but it's here for harmony with public spaces and dignity and friendliness, can spot suspicious individuals. Now, this is problematic. As we know, every time AI has been put into use categorizing people, it's always, racist, discriminatory, biased. It's all the bad things. So, I don't know what you got to make sure to do to not be suspicious in front of this robot, but I can pretty much predict that there will be a story. It may not come out in the English news, but at least somewhere out there in the Japanese speaking news industry, there's going to be a story of somebody being falsely, suspected by a robot and get gassed for no reason.
Yep.
And also using the word threaten them. this robot can threaten them and prevent them from running away by emitting smoke. Like they are not really pulling punches in the way they used to in the area of, no, this robot won't take over the world and, harm humans. It's the first law of robotics. A robot cannot harm any human. They're breaking the first law of robotics here, Gonzo. They talk a little about the arm. It has an arm, can be attached to inspect places that are difficult to reach, such as under a bench or the back or bottom of a vending machine. In addition, Cocobo has access to various data on the cloud, such as security systems, surveillance camera footage, as well as other information about elevators, electric locks, and other facilities in areas. In cooperation with humans, this newly unveiled robot is capable of realizing efficient and quality improvement in a wide range of security operations. Yeah, so not only is it sort of an autonomous individual robot that can take non-lethal actions against humans, but it is also connected to the hive mind, can check security cameras via the cloud. And, I see this robot as a beautiful, security flaw towards, all sorts of things. I think you can hack this little sucker, take control, take down the whole corporation with one of these suckers.
All you need is a little cyber pandemic, and all these little machines can turn into
exactly
the one man
little agents of chaos.
Yeah, agents of chaos, or connect to the evil singularity mind that
should be a concern. That should be a concern with corporations. Imagine, maybe a tower, a skyscraper, a company buys maybe 20 of these, 50 of them, depending on how big the company is. Something goes wrong with the security on these things. You've got 50 robot soldiers
all coming into the CEO's office all at once. They blow smoke. CEO doesn't know where he is.
Strategizing.
Falls out the window.
Pulling some sort of adorable heist.
Yeah. And then all the screens go to the robot hive mind speaking in unison, telling all the humans to kneel before them and stuff. Yeah, there you go.
It's just waiting to happen, man. And this is just commercially available. This isn't even, we talk about military robots being having these types of capabilities.
They should bring us in for the insurance papers, just a language of what could go wrong, with all that stuff. We can come up with a lot. It would be a very thick set of papers, but
they won't let us. They won't let us anywhere near an insurance company. Gonz, you know this. All right. Well, there's your Flippy update for the day.
Excellent.